And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to 95.5 KZLC, the voice of Louisiana Christian University. I'm Al Quartermont. It is time for our Tuesday sports talk show we call the Wildcats Media Sports Podcast. I'm the professor, joined in the studio by my cast of students. We have, as always, Danny Cobb.
What's up, guys?
Adán, Wright.
Hey.
Seth Bynog.
Hello, good afternoon.
Brennan Maye-Jordan.
Yo.
And the one and only Caleb Cole.
What's up?
All right, and Caleb did the Wildcat Minute this week and did a spectacular job. So he is becoming quickly a media superstar. And, as you guys will hear today, a football prognosticator that we just are completely perplexed by. But, you know, sometimes it goes like that. The NFL can be tough to predict, as we are finding out quickly. We'll get to that a little bit later, but as we always do, we start off taking a look at LCU sports. Our Wildcat football team is off to an 0-2 start, but be careful how you judge them on that, because on Saturday they played what used to be called a 1AA school. Now it's the football championship subdivision. Houston Baptist losing by a score of 70-7. And again, it's an NAIA school facing essentially a Division I school. You expect it would be a little bit lopsided. There were a few good things, though, that the Wildcats could take away from that game as they get ready now for their conference opener. That'll be Saturday at home, 6 o'clock, Wildcat Stadium, as they take on Langston University. Let's bring in Brennan into the conversation as he's a member of the Wildcat football team. I know it's never fun to be on the losing end of a 70-7 score, but what are some of the positives you guys tried to take away from that game?
The positives that we took away from it was that no one gave up on the team. Like, everybody still kept a positive attitude, and the defense actually had a very good first half. They just started scoring when we had the second and third string in. That's when they really just started putting it on. But for the first half, it was actually a stalemate. It was 15-0. About 4 minutes going to the second quarter, so we just couldn't get anything going on offense. But we got some positive vibes around the whole team.
And I know that turnovers hurt you guys in that game. And when you're playing up against a team of that caliber, you really can't turn the football over.
Yes, we can at all. When we play a team of that level, we got to really just keep a perfect game and no turnovers, be good on offense, defense, and special teams as well. Because what hurt us right at the gate is they scored a kick return to us on the opening kickoff.
Yeah. I know that Dayton Cunningham got a chance to run the football, and I believe he's a freshman, scored the only touchdown. So you guys are starting to work in some younger players that are showing a lot of ability.
Yes, him and also Allen Hamilton as well. He's the backup quarterback behind River, but we're going to get him more involved because he's a very athletic quarterback, and he also can throw too.
So this week you've got Langston, and a team that LCU is well familiar with from the last couple of years. LCU has been able to beat them, I believe, the last 2 straight, maybe 3. I'd have to go back and check. But in any case, this is a big game because it's the kickoff for your Sooner Athletic Conference play, and if you can get out to a 1-0 start, you're going to feel a lot better about things.
Yes, because as Coach Ben said, when we first came back in Monday morning, it's 0-0 now. We in conference play. It's time to crack down and really get focused. So that's what all has been on. Just all the leaders around it. They said, first of all, they said they don't lose to Langston. So that's been a primary focus.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. And it's the first game at Wildcat Stadium this year, so I expect all of us to be there on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Everyone's nodding in agreement. All right. Very good. Very good. Well, let's talk about some of the other LCU sports. Adán, tell us about the women's volleyball team.
They're off to a 2-0 start in the Red River Athletic Conference. And, I mean, this is a team that kind of did really, really well in that conference. I think having Katie Spell back in doing what she does. I mean, she did it again last year. She's pretty much the ace of the team. She's very, very good, especially paired with Kother. I think they're a very strong dynamic duo, and they have been last year especially. I think every year for the volleyball team is up and up and up, and this seems to be no different. And I think they're coming back home this week when they host Texas College on Friday. and Saturday, and I think that it's just going to be another rolling on. Texas College isn't bad though. They're a good team. They gave us some trouble a little bit last year, but I think they're going to be good. LCU is going to be good as well. And
yeah, I mean, if they can sweep those two matches and start off 4-0 to begin their conference play, I think that would be a real momentum builder for them.
They definitely did good in every tournament that they've played in so far. So I think that that's going to be a continuation from here.
Soccer teams kind of had a little bit of a lull last week. The women did play. They lost to McNeese State 4-0, but we kind of get it going now this week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, the women will host Wiley at 5 o'clock, and the men play at 7:30. And then on Saturday, it's the Red River Rivalry at LSU Alexandria. The women play at 1 and the men at 3:30. So now we start to get into the fun part of the year.
I think this is where it really gets important. The games for the women's team especially, they haven't gotten a win yet, and a win here is going to be super important to get the ones back at home, especially against LSUA as well. That's going to be a really important game for both the men and the women. Getting these games in, getting these wins in is going to be how our season's going to go forward.
For sure. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll keep you guys up to date as the year goes on. I also know our LCU esports team has a pretty busy week. Danny, you can tell us about that.
So the first day this is really just for our placements, depending on how good we do, is where kind of the league that we, not the league, but the division we play in based off rank. So if we lose a bunch, we'll play lower ranked people. If we win a lot, we'll play some higher ranked people. For me personally, I'm on the esports team. I play Rainbow Six and Overwatch, and Rainbow Six starts off the week on Wednesday. The team seems good. Hopefully we win. We need to work on a little bit of things for R6, but I think we'll do great. And then Overwatch should go well. And then we have Rocket League on Thursday, which, I mean, I play, but don't play for the school.
Do we have a Pong team? I could probably play on that.
We'll figure it out.
We could probably get a Pong team made if you want.
The old Atari.
I think Rocket League is going to be fine as well. One of their players, though, for Rocket League is having surgery that day, so they won't be there for the placement tournament, which is going to be kind of unfortunate because, I mean, he's a good player. Wow. But for Overwatch, because I'm the captain.
Surgery on his thumb or what?
His knee. He's had knee surgery.
Thumb surgery.
He won't be able to move out of bed.
I got you.
So he won't be able to get to the computer.
You don't see a lot of esports players go on the disabled list, right?
No, it's not normal, but this one is.
Okay. Well, not to make light of it. We hope he goes. The surgery goes well for him. So, the knee, always the knee.
Always the knee.
Howard Cosell used to say. So, well, good. I mean, I know both of you guys, Danny and Adán, are on the team, and it's got to be a lot of fun to be in something like that.
100%. And last year was the first year we did it. We're just kind of trying to make this a bigger thing. We're trying to get more people to join for us to have an actual team instead of it just being a club. We want it to be a big thing at the school.
Newsflash, I'm terrible at video games, so you wouldn't want me to play.
I think over time, especially if we do good this year, because we've had growth. We've had a lot of growth this year in every aspect. In every team, we're having growth. And I'm thinking that if this year goes well, especially for Overwatch and for Rainbow Six, even Rocket League, if it goes well, then I think future and the next semesters, the years to come, I think will be something.
How many players do you have approximately on the team?
So for Rocket League, there's 4. For Rainbow Six, there is 6. There's a team of 5 for
Rainbow, yeah. And then we have to have a sub, so there's technically 6 on the team.
So do you have just men that play, or are there any women that jump in?
So far, just men, but any women are encouraged
women are
to join.
allowed to join. They can play, so.
All right.
Encouraged, even. And for Overwatch, we have about 8 players this year.
Wow, that's good. That's good. It's growing.
Yes, sir.
The word's getting out. The LCU esports team, which you can follow on Instagram, right?
Yes, sir.
Caleb has something to say here. Go ahead.
Yeah, what other games do y'all play?
Right now, we're looking into getting League of Legends in, as well as Valorant. Those are the 2 games that can be added. But they're hoping as well, if something goes as well as we hope, we'll get Super Smash Bros. In as well. Hopefully, we'll get players for that.
I think Seth would be interested, it looks like.
Yes, that I am very interested. I'm a big Smash Brothers fan.
All right.
He was invited to come to a meeting that didn't show up.
You're getting told on.
I was busy that day. But
Always busy.
He's not locked in. He's not locked in.
Y'all gotta tell me when the next meeting is so I can make an appearance.
All right, we got you.
Next semester.
go.
You got it.
Throwing shade at Seth. All right. What?
I mostly play single player games, so I'm not very good. You see, when I'm doing competitive, there's like 5 seconds I become the best player that has ever walked the face of the earth, and then I'm garbage. That's how
I'll take 5 seconds. I'm okay with that.
I won't. You're not joining the team. Sorry.
Oh, man. So many possible one-liners coming out of my head right now that I just will not say. So, but that is Caleb. And we can't make too much fun of him because he knows football better than all the rest of us combined. Apparently. So, all right, moving on. LSU football. The Tigers got a win. Kind of ugly. 36-33 over South Carolina. Garrett Nussmeier, 24-40, 285 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did throw a pick. It was a pick 6 that got called back because of a penalty. Caden Durham, the freshman, 11 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. And LSU survived a last-second field goal attempt that went wide left that would have tied the game and sent it into overtime. So what do we think of this year's LSU Tigers? Are they a team still trying to find its identity as they get ready to take on UCLA next, 2:30 on Saturday?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's another game with a really weak defense. We couldn't play defense again and again and again. It seemed like that every week. We just have to switch something on defense because the offense can get it done. We score easily, I mean, for the most part. But I mean, Nussmeier's a good head QB. Like he can lead that team to a victory. It's just our defense needs to be a little better.
Yeah, and hopefully that can all continue to fall into place. I mean, it was crazy watching that game on Saturday, thinking if LSU lost that game and started the year 1-2 basically, and didn't look that great against Nichols, Brian Kelly, you already hear people that aren't so much fans of his. You would have heard calls for him to be fired and all of that. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think it's one of those years that if he doesn't do good, not even great, good, he's gone.
Wow.
It's not that I want him fired. I just think he needs to find another team.
You want him to have a job, just not this job.
Exactly.
All right. So, yeah, LSU fans are challenging to keep happy, I would say. Their expectations are high. They're used to winning national championships. And if you're not even in contention, at least, that's just not good.
Personally, my MVP of that game would probably go to Josh Williams for that run-in touchdown.
Yeah. He did. That was a big play. So fortunately they hung on. Now they got UCLA, who is a member of the Big Ten now. I'm just trying to keep all this straight. I saw where the Pac-12 is actually like a phoenix. I'm going to do my Bill Walton here. The Pac-12 will be like the phoenix rising from the ashes, because he was such a huge Pac-12 fan. So you only have Oregon State and who's the other team that's still in the Pac? Is it Washington State? There are only like 2 teams left. But they're starting to recruit some other schools that are coming in the next couple of years. And now the rumor is Tulane might be one of them that could go to the Pac-12. And then I saw where Stanford and another school don't like being part of the conference that they're in, and they're thinking about going back. So who knows? Who knows with the way college sports are right now. But I don't know why they call it the Pac-12 when they only have 2.
Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully we can get some schools in there. That's
fun. Like the Big Ten is like 18 now. So,
is it
numbers
actually
real.
18 teams?
I think so.
That's insane.
They should just stop naming things with numbers.
Exactly. Come up with a new name. Mm-hmm. You have to. So, all right. Moving on in football world, our fantasy league. Okay, let's look at last week's results. My team ended up losing to Adán's team, now known as Old Republic.
Like Star Wars. And my team, the Big Q Machine, just had an underwhelming performance. And I forgot to sign a kicker, so there's that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't play Nico Collins, so there's that. And Cooper Kupp got hurt, so that cost me 20 points effectively.
swing, if I played Nico, who was in my lineup until I put Cup in, I win. But I lost. So there it is.
I really think the difference maker here is Kyler Murray is just the greatest quarterback to touch the ball. That's all there is to it.
I can't argue. He had a huge monster game for you.
Him and Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors also had 28 fantasy points with 127 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, that'll do it.
Wide receivers get big points, I've noticed. So maybe I should have drafted more that. Our team that had a bye this week, Seth. This is the second straight week where the bye team, the team with a bye, had the most points in the league. So unfortunately, you can't carry them over to next week.
I don't know, but this I don't know if it's a luck or whatever, but whoever has the team in the bye always seems to have the best luck.
I know.
But my guess my big thanks would go to Alvin Kamara, who scored the most points for my team.
44-point game for Alvin Kamara. That's insane.
This man's just jogging into the end zone for 4 touchdowns.
Yes. He had 115 yards and 4 touchdowns. And didn't he have a receiving touchdown too?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So that's just insane.
He went crazy.
He did. All right. We had who you calling or who you challenge, bro, over just here, 108-78. Who are those teams?
That is me.
Oh, you are just here?
Yeah.
Caleb lost. So what do you want to say about your loss, Caleb? After the week before, you had like 170 points on the bye week.
I don't know. I should have known. I called that the Saints would win, and they won, and the poor Cowboys got crushed. And what's bad is I had the Saints defense as my swap out for the Cowboys defense. So if I had swapped them out, I would have done better. They got me like -1 point, the Cowboys did. Are you kidding me?
So who's the team you lost to?
It would be me.
Oh, you beat him.
Yeah, I did.
Wow, your fantasy luck finally turning around a little.
Well, I mean, I won last week. I'm 2-0 right now.
Oh, you're 2-0. Okay.
But
but you've lost Pacheco now for
my literal whole bench right now is just injuries. Like I can't put anyone in. And
Wow.
I have a bye week this week. So hopefully I'll have healthy people by next week that I can put in.
Good timing for the bye.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. It was Jack Boys over Mardi Gras, 143-134. Who we got for those teams?
I am Jack Boys.
All right. You got the win.
Yes. What's crazy is I was actually losing in Eagles' last drive because I had Drake London and Bijan Robinson, and I was losing by like 0.2 points.
Oh, wow.
Then Saquon dropped the ball on 3rd down, and I got the ball, and Drake London, I just needed him to get 1 catch, and he got 2 catches, and 1 was a touchdown.
Oh, wow. Yeah, powering you to the win. So that's clutch. You also have Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes, he went crazy.
Went off with Adán's quarterback, Kyler Murray. So that was definitely big for you. And Devontae Adams with a nice game as well. So and Fairbairn, the kicker for Houston, with 20 points.
Yes, I was watching that game as well.
All right. So is your team 1-1 now?
Yep, 1-1.
1-1. And then the last matchup, we had Christian McDaddy over Meatballs, 150-131. So
I don't think any of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of them are here right now. But
outside teams. So that's our fantasy. Let's talk about what happened in week 2. We always pick the games. And let me run down for you how the results went of our picking. Bringing up the rear with a 6-10 record is Danny. He had a rough week.
I don't even want to talk about it, bro.
Supposedly the expert of our field here.
Dog, like, if you actually watch the NFL, none of this is real. I feel like you can't just pick a team because
they have a cool name.
I don't even know. Like,
I think someone here did that.
I'm not saying because they had a cool name. You can't pick the good teams because they just all lose. They play dumb.
It has been weird so far. So 6-10. We had a couple of teams at 7-9. That would be mine and Brennan's. And then at 8-8, it was Seth. Adán coming in with a winning record, 9-7. Good job on that. But the prognosticator of the year so far is the most scientific picker we've ever had in the history of this sports podcast. Caleb Cole goes 12-4.
That's not real.
Including the only one to pick the Falcons over the Eagles. How did he know? How did you know,
Bro, he
Caleb
didn't.
Cole? How did you know the Falcons would beat the Eagles when no one else did?
I don't know. It was like they just came from above. Someone told me.
Bro.
He got the
in on
Holy
script.
Spirit.
Yeah, I don't.
He's in on the script.
Nah, literally, bro.
You only won because Young
Young Ku.
he made the field goal. And besides, we didn't have AJ Brown because of his hamstring injury. But if he was playing that night, we would have won easily.
Listen, we thought he was going to win anyway. Listen. The pick is the pick. A win is a win.
A win is a win. Yeah, he's right, because Drake London got a penalty for excessive celebrating. So the extra point comes from like 48 yards away, and he nailed it to win the game. But had he missed that, if I'm the coach, Drake, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. So, but good job for Caleb. He also picked upsets like the Vikings over the 49ers, the Buccaneers over the Lions, because he likes Pirates and it's Pirate Month or something like that. So he was on top of that when he picked the Saints over the Cowboys in one of those other kind of upset games, as it turned out. So whoever you pick this week is who I'm picking. Because clearly you know football and we clearly do not. So
Then again, my fantasy team did really bad after doing really good last week. So who knows? Maybe my picks will be all wrong this week, and then they'll be all right next week again, and it'll be back and forth.
that's true. If I go with your picks, then they probably won't work. So.
It's like that. When you go with him, he's going to get it wrong.
Exactly. All right. Which brings us to week number 3 in the National Football League. And we're excited to see what happens this week. The Thursday night game. I hate Thursday games, but they're playing them. Patriots are at the Jets. The Patriots coming off a tough loss in their matchup, and the Jets are coming off a pretty nice win over the Titans. So Aaron Rodgers against Drake May. Who do we like in this one, starting with Mr. Cobb?
The Patriots have been playing well. I'm gonna make my decision, and it's probably gonna be wrong because
His confidence is awful.
thinking logically just doesn't work anymore when it comes to football. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the Jets because I feel like they're just the better team.
And as much as I don't want to agree with Danny, I do. The Jets, I think, are just the better team here, and hopefully they'll be the better team.
Yeah, I agree with Adán and Danny. I just think the Jets are just the better team, so I'm going to go with Jets.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm going to follow my first mind and go with the Jets.
Okay. Caleb, you ready to pick this game? Patriots against the Jets. America?
Yeah. Patriots use Jets. So it's like, well, if they're using the Jet, who's winning here?
Just chalk it.
If that makes sense.
He's got the script, guys.
At last year's NRB, Caleb and I met Kevin Sorbo when he was working at the Patriot Mobile booth. So,
True.
so
I think I'm going to have to go Patriots. I'll go Patriots.
okay, he's going Pats. And I'm tempted to go Pats, but I can't go against Aaron Rodgers, so I'm going with the Jets.
This is the one, guys. This is the one.
And Braylon Allen, how about that? The youngest player in the National Football League scored a touchdown last week. Good young player.
That's awesome, though.
Speaking of young players, did you see the 17-year-old receiver on Alabama this year? That kid is good.
I don't know how. That's insane. Being 17
and playing at Division I college football. So, and he's good. He's really good. So, all right. Giants will be at the Browns. This is one of those games that it feels like the obvious pick would be the Browns.
If the Giants win, I'll shave bald. I know see Caleb didn't get everything right last week, so I didn't pay him his 50. And I told him I was gonna do something else if he got 50%, but we're not gonna leak that on radio. Anyway.
Y'all heard it here first, folks. If we're holding him to that.
He's gonna shave his head.
You're gonna buzz cut?
No, full bald.
No, I'll
Shave bald?
I don't know if I can go. I'll just do a buzz cut. I'll get a buzz cut if the Giants win. That's what I'm gonna say. So I'm going Browns.
I want to see you in a flat top, like old school.
I like that. I'll take him to my barber.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The old barbers know how to cut that way. So, all right. So you're going Browns?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm also a Cleveland believer, at least for this week. I'm actually just like an anti-Giants believer as well. So anyone who's against the Giants should be fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Browns. Not because I don't like the Giants, but because I have the Browns defensive line on my fantasy team. So they better win. So Browns.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Caleb, I know you don't like teams that are called by colors, so
However, rocks are brown, and a rock is what knocked down Goliath. So I'll go Browns.
Like what?
rocks are brown.
What rocks are
I
brown?
thought most rocks are like gray.
Yeah, I thought like Loki.
Oh man.
Because aren't rocks made of like I don't even know.
What is brown? What are the Browns?
I'm gonna go Browns. Well, I think they were named the Browns because the Brown family owned them.
Oh.
Like Paul Brown was the coach for a long time.
It's just a basic name, just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Make them the Cleveland Indians. I don't even care.
now they're the Guardians. Yeah. All right, Eagles at Saints. Ooh, this is a tough game to pick. I
Yeah.
think.
I sat and looked at this matchup for a little bit, and I was like, after last week when I picked the Cowboys, saying it was going to be a close game when it wasn't, I was like, maybe I picked the Saints this week, but I'm just going to go safe and go with the Eagles.
Okay.
We were safe with the Eagles last week, and the Falcons beat them. So, I mean, it's the team that beat the Cowboys 44 to what, 10?
Yeah.
13.
13? Like,
yeah.
I think this is a team. This is a good team. The Saints are a good team, so I'm gonna go with the Saints here.
The Saints are coming.
This is a game. This may be the game where I'm undecided because on one hand, the Saints have had a great season so far, and I want to see them continue to have a good year. But on the other hand, I'm an Eagles fan, and I want them to win. So I'm gonna go. This will be a one-time thing, but I have to go with the Saints.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints because they just look really good this year and was actually crazy. They have scored on every single drive this year, the
They
last
have.
2 games.
Yeah, that is a great stat. Unbelievable stat, really.
Yes.
Really.
Especially against the Cowboys. And
Yeah.
we thought the Cowboys defense, especially against the Browns, were like really, really good. After watching that game, I was like, this might be a really good team. But then they just got dismantled by the Saints.
They sure did. Caleb's kind of looking at me strange. What's going on in that mind of yours?
Well, you see, it says the Saints will fly on wings like eagles. So I'm going with the Saints.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, there you go. Oh man, I think until they get beat, I'm going to go with the Saints. I mean, they just look that good. So we only have one person who's picked the Eagles, and that would be Danny. So they'll probably win.
Hopefully.
All right, Texans and Vikings. Texans coming off a Sunday night win. The Vikings, the shocking win over the 49ers. Could Sam Darnold be the quarterback of destiny?
He might be, but CJ Stroud fan. Also, guys, about the Ravens, I may be transitioning away from the team after an 0-2 start. I'm a little upset with them only dropping 23 points against the Raiders. I think I'm going to be a Texans fan for the rest of the season, so I'm going Texans this game.
You're a bandwagoner.
I'm not. I don't think that's if it was bandwagon, I'd be a Saints fan, right?
This Gen Z, man, their loyalties are fickle.
What am I supposed to do when a team like the Ravens is 0-2 at the start of the season against the Raiders of
Hang
all
with
teams?
them. You gotta
Devontae
hang.
Adams, the good.
Bro, 23 points against the Raiders. They scored more against the Chiefs.
If they make the Super Bowl, I don't want you to say you're rooting for them.
Man.
All right, so he's going with the Texans.
I think I'm gonna join them though. The Texans are. I like the Texans. I like CJ Stroud. I like it.
Yeah.
I gotta think C.J. Stroud and say the Texans, but not only just for C.J. Stroud, but because their kicker scored a almost 60-yard field goal Sunday night against the Bears. Excuse me.
Wow, there you go.
I'm still a Ravens fan, but I'm going to go with the Texans because Stephon Diggs is my favorite receiver, and they look very strong this year. And they also have a very good front seven.
They do.
So, like, Vikings, they're from up north where it's cold. So I don't think they could take the heat of Texas. So I'm going with the Texans.
Well, the game is in Minnesota. It's not,
All right, so that one's valid.
but it's not cold there yet. And even if it were, they play in a dome, or a covered stadium. They
Should be
don't-
air conditioning,
Yeah,
right?
they don't.
What?
They are no longer the famed purple people eaters of Alan Page, Carl Eller, Jim Marshall days.
Jim Marshall, what a guy.
Going back to the 70s, Fran Tarkenton scrambling around for 20 minutes and then finally throws the football. So they're not the tough team that they used to be.
Okay.
So you're still going Texans, or you're going to go Vikings?
I think I'll mix it up. I think I'll change my pick, and just to irritate Danny, I'm gonna go Vikings.
All right.
I mean, I'm not irritated. I mean, I don't know.
I definitely think the Texans are the better team, but
Don't do it.
I'm going to go Vikings.
This is how it happens.
go-
This is how it happens.
I know.
My
You
gosh.
start feeding into Caleb whatever Caleb's got going on, and then
I'm
he'll lead you.
sitting there.
I don't know where he's going to lead you.
So far, we have 3 of the 4 same picks. That's scaring me. Broncos and Bucks. Broncos and Buccaneers.
I feel like this is an easy pick with the Buccaneers because the Broncos did not play all too well last week.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Mayfield looks really good.
He really does.
He does.
I know the Browns are mad right now.
Yeah, they're kind of dumb.
I don't even know if it's kind of.
Bring back Flacco.
Please,
Yeah,
bro. I've been saying this for so long.
Or
Flacco
put
needs a starting
Jameis in.
job.
Or put Jameson in?
No.
No.
Chalk Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Put Joe Flacco in a starting
Jameis
position.
Winston probably should
please.
retire.
All right, retire is crazy. Jameis
Okay.
Winston's still a decent QB.
Yeah,
Sure.
What do you mean? I didn't
Okay.
say it for no reason.
he's a good.
All right.
He's a good backup at
All right.
least.
A good backup, yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I have a feeling that the Broncos have it this week.
Oh,
This is I'm going. This is like Caleb feelings right now. Like
Okay.
I can't explain it. I just feel the Broncos.
okay.
I gotta go with the Buccaneers because Baker Mayfield has shown himself to be a really, really good quarterback, and I'm thinking, could this be the second coming of Tom Brady?
That's an insane
Wow.
statement.
No, that's
Wow.
wild. Patty Mahomes is the closest to that, but okay.
I'm going to go to Bucks because, like you said, Baker Mayfield does look really good. So
All right, Caleb. Pirates or horses?
Oh boy.
I gotta put
Well-
in terms you understand.
Well, you see, I don't think you see. Even though Talk Like a Pirate Day is Thursday, but they aren't playing on Thursday. They're playing Sunday, so they're gonna miss that. And I don't think a pirate could ride a horse. So I'm going with the Broncos.
A pirate couldn't ride a horse. Man,
could ride a horse.
man, no, that's
You
what
know
Caleb
some
said.
pirates, Seth, or what?
What?
You know some pirates?
Jack Sparrow.
I've never seen him on
I
a
never
horse.
saw him on a horse.
Just
either.
just chalk it.
So I'm gonna go Bucks. Packers at Titans. Now the interesting aspect of this game is you have Malik Willis at quarterback for Green Bay, who was a member of the Titans until a week before the season.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He played good. He played really good last week, actually. It surprised me.
Did 12 out of 14.
Yeah,
And in the way that they used him, they just kind of had him managing the game, and they really focused on the run game with Josh Jacobs.
yeah. Josh Jacobs played well as well. I think for this game, I'm gonna go Packers. Will Levis and the Titans have not looked good at all.
I like when his coach got mad. He said, "What the bleep are you doing?"
I mean, what else are you supposed to say?
Yeah.
Did you see the way
That
he
play was
fumbled? Like, what was he
ridiculous.
doing?
I know.
Yeah, I agree. Packers, I think they just looked really good this year, and I'm expecting more of the same.
Pack is back.
I was about to say this may be an easy pick, but I don't want to jinx it. But I gotta go with the Packers. But even if the Packers lose, I'm okay with that because I just substituted my fantasy running back Tony Pollard. So but I'm gonna go with the Packers. But if they lose, I'm okay with it.
All right.
I'm going to go with the Packers. I'm going to see Malik Willis have a revenge on the Titans.
Okay. Caleb, do you go with the Fish Packers from Green Bay, or do you go with the Titans of the Tennessee Tundra?
Let's be honest. Titans is a cooler name. It's just a way cooler name. Packers. It's a Packer. I don't know.
I'm finna pack you up, boy. What?
It's better than the Green Bay Cheeseheads.
So Titans. I got to go with Packers. By the way, Packers comes from the occupation of blue-collar men who used to take the fish that was caught in Lake Michigan and in the harbor there of Green Bay, and they would pack that to ship out. So they were packers. They were packing fish. Amazon.
That's all right. That's an all right
Their
name.
first name was the Acme Packers because there was the Acme Fish Packing Company.
At least they had like some like creativity rather than the Browns.
That's true. That's true. And my high school team, we were the Cudahy Packers, but we were meat packers because we had a meat packing
Meat
plant.
packers is crazy.
Yeah, we had a meat packing plant.
I'm glad y'all have history.
The Patrick Cudahy meat packing plant.
Were y'all jerseys like ground beef like
That's
design?
No, we had like a longhorn steer head with
okay.
snorting. So
I guess that's meat that could be packed.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
steak.
Yep. Yeah.
On this type of logic of naming it based off of common professions around here, what do you think some of the high schools would be named around here?
The Alexandria lawyers. I don't know.
Lawyers is crazy.
Do it right.
The Alexandria Rednecks.
Oh,
No.
I don't think
We don't have
Alexandria is like
rednecks
redneck.
that.
maybe like Oak Hill.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to even say what Grand Parish would be. Where I live, because it'll get out. I don't want trouble. But I could come up with some. So, moving on. The Bears take on the Colts.
Dude, this matchup, like,
Yes, I know.
I feel like it's lackluster, no? Like, you think this is going to be a
It's-
lackluster game?
It is on paper, but then I could see where this could be like a score fest too.
Yeah, I could see that. I have DJ Moore on my fantasy team, but he hasn't, like, been, like, spectacular.
Well,
He's
he
been
needs a
dropping.
quarterback.
All right, well, Caleb Williams can do something, I guess. I don't know.
He's good at painting his nails.
All right, yeah, that's crazy. But I think I'm gonna go with the Colts. I feel like the Colts can pull this one off.
All right.
My grandpa's from Illinois. He's a Bears fan,
Oh.
and I'm hoping.
I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, we all do. But I'm hoping that this is where the Bears. This is where Caleb Williams actually does good. Like this is the one. This is the
Okay.
week for him. So I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay.
I know the Bears lost Sunday night to the Texans, but I'm not giving up any hope for them. I still think they have a chance, so I'm gonna go with Bears.
All right.
Yeah, the Bears, they didn't look too bad. It's just the O-line looks terrible. And Caleb Williams, he's okay. But they have a really good defense. So I'm going to go with the Bears.
All right.
Before we move to Caleb, what happened to Tariq Cohen, the running back for the Bears,
I'm
at
not-
one point?
I'm not sure. Is he hurt? Maybe.
I don't know. I miss him, the
Yeah.
little short, small guy.
He was good.
He was good,
Yeah.
bro. Sorry, I just had a
think he might
random
be hurt.
thought.
We'll have to look it up.
All right,
A bear to eat a Colt.
bro.
It's true. It's true. It's
Bear to
true.
Colt.
It's true.
That's true. Colts kind of young. They're not as aware as they should be. But the Colts also have Jonathan Taylor from the University of Wisconsin. So we're going Colts. What? What?
Who decided let's name it after a baby of an animal that's already in the NFL? If you have the Broncos,
Cowboys.
that's just
What?
What? How did the Cowboys name
No, I
that?
meant
No,
like
he's saying like
18, the 1800 Cowboys.
He's saying like Cowboys
Oh.
themselves.
All
It's a
right.
Colt.
Like,
And
well,
Cowboys ride horses. So like,
I think Colts is a cool name though. Like it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the sounding of Colts.
their mascot's cool
come
too.
to think of it, there are a lot of very Western named teams.
I feel like this.
That's not. Well, I mean,
Broncos, Colts, Cowboys, the Bills are
What are they?
well they're
the Bills are
animal is a
are.
Buffalo.
buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo. Those are buffalo. That's in the West.
We had the Redskins, but you know.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah.
that.
We should have the Redskins.
There's a lot of Western inspired names.
No, it's the Commanders now.
I'm not calling them.
Or-
Well, I guess they call them the Buffalo Bills because there was a famous man, actually named Buffalo Bill.
What?
You've never heard of Buffalo Bill?
I feel like I have. I just don't.
Really?
I feel like I've heard that
Y'all
name
not learn
before.
history in school anymore?
Of Buffalo Bill? I don't think
Buffalo
so.
Bill?
I don't think
Okay.
that was in the
We learned about
textbooks.
like
This-
9/11 and World War II.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, that's
Moving
an
on.
assignment. Look up Buffalo Bill.
I will.
So yeah. And technically, it's not a buffalo; it's a bison.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Or if you watch Dances with Wolves, Tatanka
Oh, word.
is the
Got
the,
it. Got it.
Native American name for it. Tariq Cohen, is that who you asked me about?
Yes.
He retired.
What?
Yeah.
No, Tariq Cohen,
Yeah.
come back.
A month ago, he announced he was on the Jets, and he announced his retirement.
Tariq, if you're listening to the radio show somehow, some way,
Danny
please
wants-
come back.
Danny wants you back.
Danny, too back.
Come to the Ravens too, please.
Okay, they might need him. They might. Okay, Chargers and Steelers. This is actually a pretty intriguing game, but I think the key is going to be what's the health of Mr. Herbert.
Yeah, he's currently injured and on my bench.
He's questionable.
He is questionable. I do like Justin Fields, though. He's been playing really well. And that Steelers defense has impressed me a lot. So I think I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one, even though the Chargers have had a really good run game with J.K. Dobbins. I think the Steelers got this one.
I really think it's like one of those things where like the defense will carry. They have carried the Steelers so far, so I think they're going to take it this one.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Chargers because I just, on my fantasy league, I had to bench the Steelers running back, Najee Harris, because I just think he needs to just take a break because he's not, I think he was my lowest scoring player, but who knows, that may change. But for now, I'm going to say Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Steelers.
All right. Caleb, do you go with what you asked last week? You weren't sure what a Charger is, the supercharger. Or do you go with the men who make the steel that forged America?
Caleb, think about
Let's
it.
see.
They're going to steal the charge. Think about it. They're going to steal your charger.
But
Think about
also,
it.
Steel is a conductor instead of a resistor.
Okay, here we go. Like, bro, why do you have to? All right.
It's blowing our minds.
He's not like literally. He's
Also-
thinking outside of the box.
Also, they're charging up for the win.
Yeah. All right.
All
He's
right.
going Chargers.
Okay.
All
All right.
I'm going to go Steelers. I like them at home. Dolphins at Seahawks. And I doubt that Tua is going to play in this game. So Skylar Thompson will be the man to lead the Dolphins against Geno Smith.
Let's go, Gino. Also, Kenneth Walker, please play. Actually, you don't even have to play this week because I'm on a bye. But Kenneth Walker, come back soon, please. Let's go, Seahawks.
Okay.
I've never seen a quarterback more willing to throw his entire face into a 300-pound man like Tua. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Okay.
I gotta go Seahawks because I was watching their game Sunday, and that one, the touchdown by DK Metcalf was pretty impressive. But the Dolphins couldn't have a chance to win if Tyreek Hill is a good boy and plays by the rules.
Good boy.
But
Crazy.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Okay. Caleb, do you go with the Dolphins, who are a very skilled mammal, or do you go with the bird who is along the West Coast?
Is it a bird of prey?
Seahawk. Yes, a bird of prey.
Oh, okay.
Well, you see, this is like air versus sea. So it's like they don't really have a lot of crossover. I'm not really sure to go with this, to be honest. But I really don't like dolphins.
Dolphins are beautiful creatures.
Actually,
They're
I've heard that
evil.
they're
They're
mean
evil.
creatures.
Yeah, they are
Oh
kind
my
of
goodness,
mean.
they beat up sharks for no reason.
For
All those
no
other things. And
reason.
have you ever seen what a killer whale does? That's also a sea mammal like a dolphin.
No, they're kind of like serial killers.
A strange
Low
cousin.
key. Low
Them
key.
things are evil. Oh my goodness.
It's true.
So yeah, I'm with Seahawks.
That's real.
Good pick.
If you never watched Flipper,
Like, dude.
I mean, everyone loves Flipper.
Apparently not Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb probably disliked that movie.
That was like my favorite show when I was a kid. And that's why the Dolphins became my favorite team when I was a kid, because I was watching like the 1973 Super Bowl and they had a dolphin on their helmet, and I'm like, that's my favorite team. So
That's how it goes.
That's how it's been.
Literally.
Yeah. So even though they are my favorite team, with the Packers a very close second, I think the Seahawks are going to win this one. So unless the Dolphins really surprise me, which I'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay, Panthers at Raiders. It's now the dawning of the era, not of Bryce Young, but now they're bringing in their backup quarterback, who is a former member of the Saints, and I thought retired like 10 years ago, but
Yeah,
he's still around.
I was going to mention that. How do y'all feel about Andy Dalton starting over Bryce Young?
It's insane.
Really?
I mean, I know Bryce Young hasn't performed well, but let's face it, he's on a terrible team
Bro, yeah.
with terrible coaches, and they're just ruining him.
Get him an O-line. He might actually be able to play.
You know, I could see him ending up in another franchise and actually still being good.
Right.
Didn't Andy Dalton only play like 2 games because
Yeah.
Drew Brees never got injured ever?
Yeah, but
Right.
he's a Cincinnati Bengals like legend.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like
But
10 years ago.
Yeah, but he was still a legend.
He would always get them to the playoffs, but they would lose.
Bro, think about it. Andy Dalton, AJ Green. That was a good duo.
That was a good combo, yeah.
I don't feel like it's gonna make a difference, honestly, because everything is just terrible in Carolina right
Oh,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
Everything is terrible.
I
in
mean, he's
Carolina.
not lying.
So is there anybody among this group that would pick the Panthers over the Raiders?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Absolutely not.
After beating the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going Raiders. What?
I don't know. Like that game was so. I just want to take a second to talk about that game because watching that game, that might have been the most boring thing I've ever watched. We went to a sports bar just to watch that game, and I couldn't look at it for like more than 5 minutes because nothing was happening outside of field goals.
Oh,
and then,
I got sick from Buffalo Wild Wings, guys.
yeah, so like there's just.
So the
man.
Ravens lost. I got sick.
Have you been
I'm
officially
sad.
diagnosed with food poisoning?
Oh no, I didn't.
didn't-
I feel better today. So
Okay, you didn't.
You just
go
need a
see-
nap, I guess.
yeah,
I told him to go see the campus.
I went to sleep and drink a Sprite, and I felt better.
Okay.
It's crazy because I had Buffalo Wild Wings Wednesday and I was tore up too.
See,
Really?
never go to Buffalo Wild Wings, guys.
Uh-oh.
I actually went to Buffalo Wild Wings Saturday to watch the LSU game. I felt perfectly fine.
Wingstop better anyway. Let's be real.
But I was hurting, but not from the food, from the game.
That's true. Okay, Caleb, Panthers or Raiders?
So, my great grandfather, or great great grandfather, he killed a mountain lion with his bare hands.
What?
Like, what is this back?
Died a couple weeks
Dude,
later.
everything has a story with it, bro. What is happening?
Was he sick
Yeah, it
or
was like the
something?
wounds and stuff that killed him. It was like
So he
like
died to the
trying
mountain
get
lion, but he
puppies or
killed
something,
it.
and he killed it.
What?
Yeah, it's insane. Anyways, so I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Is this a true story?
He has a grudge against Panthers. They killed his
But he
great-
won.
Killed his great-great-grandfather.
What is
So they like
happening?
stalemated there? Like, is that what happened? It was a stalemate. So they both died?
What?
They both died? The Panther and the.
Yeah, but the Panther died first, so
Okay.
you know.
The Panther died first. That's hard.
I'm just
Wow.
lost.
Wow. Okay. I don't know how to follow that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we do have the 49ers taking on the Rams in a game that suddenly is like the injury bowl.
Yeah.
Because already the 49ers are without Christian McCaffrey. Now they're going to be without Deebo Samuel.
No, Tebow.
The Rams are already without Puka Nacua. Now they're going to be without
Cooper Kupp.
my guy, Cooper Kupp. So I don't know who's catching. I guess you'd want to sign Robinson if you think the Rams can still throw the ball. But this is a tough game to pick, I think.
Yeah, I had to sit here and think about it for a little bit. But the Niners still have Brandon Ayuk, which is going to be another threat in the air. Because they're not just like no team without CMC and Debo. I went with the Niners on this game because I haven't seen too much from the Rams this year.
I feel like Jared Goff wasn't that bad against the Cardinals. So, I mean.
Wait. Jared Goff is on the Lions.
Wrong team. My fault.
Yeah,
You think
gang.
it's Stafford.
My fault, twin.
You think it's Stafford.
That's Matt Stafford.
My fault. Anyways, I'm picking the Rams anyway.
Like, all right.
I know the 49ers have had a lot of injuries, but as long as nothing happens to George Kittle, I'm all for it. So, but I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Yeah, that's true. They also got George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk, so I'm still gonna go with the 49ers.
All right, Caleb. Do you have a relative that killed a ram one time?
Yeah,
No.
I hope not.
I mean, probably somewhere. But, I feel like a Ram has knocked a 49er off a mountain somewhere before, like a miner.
Dude.
So I'm going to go with the Rams.
A ram in the thicket? Is that something that?
Yeah, it's logical what he just came up with. So, I'll go 49ers, hoping that they win. Okay, Lions and Cardinals. Oh my. Yeah, I already know who Adán is picking.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I have the Lions down, but like, if Kyler actually throws the ball to Marvin Harrison and can keep playing the way that he is, the Cardinals might have a good record this year. But
Yep.
I think I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Okay.
Well, you know where I'm going. I'm going the Cardinals because they're just too good. And Marvin Harrison, like he was great, like genuinely, but that's not the only person who did great on that team. I mean, Trey McBride was good, Michael Wilson, Elijah Higgins with the touchdown, and Kyler Murray's just the GOAT. So that's just where I'm
Saying
picking.
Kyler Murray's the GOAT is I might actually uppercut you on radio.
For me, the Lions have gone from an okay team to an almost kind of likable team because, I mean, you got players like Jared Goff and Donovan Peoples-Jones. I mean, he's not just any Jones. He's the Peoples-Jones, so Lions.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Lions. I think they're gonna pick up this week because I one of my favorite coaches is actually Dan Campbell, so I think he's gonna have some adjustments, and they're gonna beat the Cardinals.
All right. Caleb, have you seen any more Cardinals in your bird feeder?
Yeah. There was actually a squirrel trying to steal all the food from the feeder, and the Cardinals scared it off. So, yeah, Cardinals again.
Nice.
But Caleb, think about it this way. A lion can eat a cardinal.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be able to
but
catch a
look how
cardinal.
small
Yeah,
a
low key.
cardinal is. You know,
Cardinals
I don't
are
know if
so
they can
fast.
Catch it, you know, and also lions don't live near cardinals unless it like gets out of a zoo or something. I don't know.
Guys. Kyler Murray in the first half had more touchdowns than incomplete passes.
Wow.
That is my GOAT right there.
There he is.
Zip it up, bro.
Okay. This is the Disappointment Bowl, the Ravens and the Cowboys.
Bro, why did you have to say disappointment bowl? Like, what does that mean,
Well,
Mr.
you
Al?
have the
Mr. Al,
0-2
Mr. Al,
Ravens
Mr. Al.
and the
Look.
1-1 Cowboys.
Look. Lamar has to do literally everything. This is Lamar versus the whole NFL. I'm sick of the Ravens. I'm sick of this franchise. They finna make me mad, actually. I'm really debating on whether I should wear my Lamar jersey this week because I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what. Look, I can sit here and rant for 5 minutes, but I know y'all don't want to hear that.
Or do we?
I don't like 5 minutes though, Mr. Al. I can sit here and talk for 5 minutes if you really want me to.
Well, we're getting toward the end of class.
Yeah,
time.
so we're not finna do that, but just know that John Harbaugh needs to lock it in, and we got to figure something out. I'm going Ravens because I can't go against them. I don't
Right.
care. They better win this game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a must-win for the Ravens. I mean, going 0-3 to start a season is not great. And then what the rest of their schedule looks like, it's a rough one. And so I think, I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one just because I don't ever want the Cowboys to win. And, I mean, they were bad last week, so maybe against another, hopefully good offense, it'll be the same.
For me, this is the same situation for the Bears because I still have hope for the Cowboys. It's like the song says, I'm holding out for a hero, so I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Okay.
I'm going with my Ravens. Hopefully they don't disappoint me this weekend.
All right. Caleb?
I'm still mad at the Cowboys for giving me that loss in the fantasy team. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the other guys. Ravens. Yeah, I'm with the Ravens.
Other guys.
Right. I think I'm going Ravens too on this one. Chiefs at Falcons. This is the Sunday night game. How do the Falcons get to be on a Monday night and a Sunday night? Like, who looked at the schedule and said, this is the attractive team we want to have on a lot of national TV this year?
They have some cool players though.
They do.
They have some watchable players like Bijan, Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I mean, if they keep playing like they did.
They have a good kicker.
I mean, they beat the Eagles out of all teams. But they're going against the Chiefs, who's like basically the best team in the NFL. I mean, honestly.
The Chiefs and the refs.
That's right.
Dude. All right, I'm not finna sit here and rant. I'm going Chiefs.
Kansas City refs, man. We got to love them. Yeah, I think the power of the Stripes and Taylor Swift are just going to be too good.
Can we stop talking about Taylor Swift? Can we leave that
Every
alone?
time they win, I'm going to have to bring it up.
Did you see what Trump posted?
Yes.
I hate Taylor Swift.
W. Trump.
That's actually what the whiteboard says in the classroom.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I'm still a little upset that the Falcons beat the Eagles. So, Patrick Mahomes, I know you can't hear me because you're up in Kansas, but if you're listening to this on YouTube, hear me out. It's hero time. You have to destroy these Falcons. So, Chiefs.
Kansas City isn't in Kansas.
It's in Missouri.
Yeah,
There is a,
that's real.
there is a Kansas City,
That just shows
Kansas.
how much I know.
There is a Kansas City, Kansas, but where the Chiefs are located is in Kansas City, Missouri.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs because I need Pat Mahomes to have a great game on my fantasy.
Wait, did Seth pick Kansas City?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. All right, Caleb, Chiefs, Falcons.
I feel like a chief would train a falcon, you know, like have a
What?
pet falcon that flies around, you know.
That sounds
Yeah,
about
so I'll
right.
go with the Chiefs.
That sounds about right.
All right, everyone so far picking Kansas City. I can't really go against that, so I probably will too. We have 2 Monday night games. The Jaguars are in Buffalo to take on the Bills.
I saw a bunch of like, I guess, people that rank for fantasy, and I look at the QB list. Everyone picked Josh Allen to be number 1 for fantasy. It's looking like a Josh Allen season, so I'm gonna go Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I just think the Bills are just. I mean, the Jaguars haven't been great either, and I think the Bills are good. So I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Not a Trevor Lawrence fan, and I'm especially not a Mac Jones fan. I mean, Josh Allen, I can't go wrong. So Bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Caleb, Jags or Bills?
You see, I just Googled who Buffalo Bill is. And he was like a Pony Express rider and a bunch of other stuff. I feel like he could kill a Jaguar. Oh, yeah. I'm going with Bills.
That's valid.
Probably with his bare hands. So,
I mean,
and I'll go with the Bills too. Wow. So. No one likes the Jags. They're just wasting Trevor Lawrence.
Honestly.
And then finally, Washington, Jaden Daniels.
Oh.
Jaden Daniels against Joe Burrow, the all LSU Heisman Trophy matchup. This is kind of an intriguing one.
Yeah, if Jamar Chase actually steps up and stops arguing with his whole team about the whole, he's upset about his whole contract and stuff and saying that he doesn't want to re-sign with the team. But, I mean, if he actually plays, I think the Bengals have this game.
Okay.
I want so badly to disagree, but Washington, they just have not been good. And Jaden Daniels has been the only shining light of this team. And as much as I want that light to keep shining, Joe Burrow better. So
Joe Burrow, Evan McPherson, you guys got
Evan
to pull in
McPherson's
clutch
like a crazy
come Monday
name.
night. And besides, you couldn't even pay me $100,000 to root for the Commanders. I'm going Bengals.
$100,000, I could root for anybody. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'd be a
same.
Cowboys fan today if they gave me $100K. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati here.
Okay. Caleb, Tigers or Commanders?
So Commanders, like Commander in Chief, like the president.
Well,
I
yeah, because
guess.
it's like Washington D.C.
Yeah, it's Washington D.C. Okay, if the president fought a tiger, I think I go with the tiger.
Yeah, it's valid.
Yeah.
I'm sure
This is a
Trump could beat
must-win
the
game for
Tigers.
Cincinnati.
No, Joe Burrow could not beat a tiger. Joe Burrow can barely beat steps. So like,
He could barely beat a water bottle, too.
Trump could beat a tiger.
So the last 3 games we all picked the same: Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati. So we'll see how our picks go. We'll tabulate it and have the results for you next week. So we hope that helps you make your picks for this week as well. Although you should go with Caleb's and not any of ours.
Real. Especially not mine. 6-10 is crazy.
I
It's supposed to
know.
be the football, like, what word? Football prodigy? Is that the word we're using?
Yeah.
I
And
think
I'm
he's
just-
more of a prodigy than you are.
Okay, but what word do we use for me?
Like aficionado. I don't know. Like,
What does aficionado mean?
just a person who knows a lot. You just know a lot about football. That's the point that I'm making.
Anyway, the guy that's supposed to know football went 6-10, so don't listen
So
to me.
knowledge does not equate success in this case.
No,
So, maybe you'll have a great week
I hope so.
and totally redeem yourself.
This is the week for it, man. This is the week that you redeem yourself.
If I don't, then I have to go bald. If the
We're all about
The Giants
redemption.
win.
We're all about redemption here. So, hey, look, we are out of time. Our class is coming to an end, and Brennan has got to get to practice. So, if you're late, tell him that. Well, you can. I'll give you a note.
real.
Give it to coach.
That's right. Coach Mack, let him in. So, all right, everyone. Don't forget the Wildcats football game at home coming up on Saturday, 6 o'clock. We hope that we'll see you there. Danny Cobb.
Yes. Oh, are you asking me if I'm going to be there?
No, I'm just. Do you want to say anything before we go? I mean, I
Do
know
I-
you're going to be there.
What do I have to say other than I hope the Ravens step it up?
All right.
Follow Giraffe Sensei on Twitch, man. That's what you gotta say.
Oh yeah,
For esports.
I didn't know if I was allowed to plug.
Can we
Do
plug?
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Follow Giraffe Sensei on Twitch and also Righteous21
Oh yeah.
for esports viewing purposes.
We're gonna be streaming all the games. So
Yeah.
All right, so we got Danny Cobb, Adán Wright.
yeah. So follow us on Twitch and go the Goats, the Cardinals.
Seth Bynog,
Let's go Eagles and let's go fantasy villains.
Brennan Maye-Jordan.
Roll Tide.
Bro, like no, you can't say that. You can't
No,
say
you
From
can't.
Mobile.
No. No.
All right,
You want to repeat that, buddy?
Caleb Cole.
What are we doing? What?
that. Just
On that note, I'm the Professor Al Guardamont. There was one. Oh man, we'll do it again next week if they let us. So have a good rest of your Tuesday, everyone. We'll talk with you next week here on the Wildcats Media Sports Podcast.